Hello and welcome to Open Social Media Initiative, where we offer social media education and discussions in an open manner where you don't have to sign away your life to learn something. This week, excuse me, I'm going to cover a couple of reports, one from Nielsen, entitled The State of Social Media in 2012 and Predictions for 2013. And I'm also going to cover a little bit, some information from the report that was released by Mary Meeker, who is a venture capitalist. What are some of the questions that were asked by Nielsen and M Insight, which is another organization who does research and provides services to larger corporations? So the questions was, what is helping to power the continued growth of social networking around the world? How consumers' social media behavior is evolving? How these changes impact the way brands and consumers engage through social networks? The first question was, where do consumers spend their time? They seem to spend increasing amounts of time on the internet, and the time spent on personal computers and smartphones is up by 21% from July 2011 to July 2012. The amount of time that consumers spend on applications, mobile applications, have more than doubled during this time period as more smartphone owners enter the market and the number of available apps multiply. So it's important when we cover a report, I feel it's important to know how the survey was done, how the data was collected. So the data that I'm going to show you that has to do with the social media survey for 2012 is based on a representative sample of 1,998 adults, 18 years and older, who are social media users. They were recruited from the Nielsen online panel to take an online survey. And social media user is defined as participating, talking, and networking online through various platforms to share information and resources. This includes internet forums, blogs, Facebook, Twitter, video sharing, consumer rating, and other social networking websites. And the survey fielded from July 19th to August 8th, 2012. How do consumers access social media sites? So they want to know where they're going and how do they use it. And when it comes to accessing social content, it seems like it's all about mobile, particularly applications. Consumers show preference in using mobile applications for using social networks. And app usage now accounts for more than a third of social networking time across PCs and mobile devices. And compared to last year, consumers increased their social app time by 76%, spending more than 7 times more minutes on apps than on a mobile web. So we see an upsurge in the use of accessing social networking sites through mobile apps. The next question was how much time different demographic groups in the US population spend on social networking. You're noticing that I'm not showing you graphs, and the reason is that I wanted to respect the copyright of these organizations. I wasn't going to reproduce any graphs and numbers or things like that. So this is just a summary of what I have seen. So basically, females tend to spend 3 times more in terms of minutes than males on the internet, and that's basically the trend is the same for mobiles or PCs. The age group that spends the most time on the internet basically has a reverse correlation with age. The younger people are, the more time they spend time on the internet. And the trend is similar between mobile and PC. In terms of the ethnicity groups that this report fielded. These are the ethnicity groups that they ask questions from: white, Hispanic, African American, and Asians. Spend about the same time on PCs, but Hispanics tend to spend most of the time on the mobile web and apps. So those brands that target this demographic might find that information useful. Then, based on the survey, the mostly visited social networking sites, either via mobile or PC, are outlined here: Facebook, Twitter, Blogger, WordPress, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Google+, Tumblr, MySpace, and Reddit. And all of them showed an increase in mobile access by at least 50%. Okay, so as I go through this data, I kind of throwing my own takeaways from this, and I'm hoping we can discuss other people's takeaways if you are going to join the discussion. There are two ways to interpret this: that if you want to have the most eyeballs, if you want to reach the most number of people, then you should focus on these particular social networking sites that I just listed, because basically we have limited amount of time and we can just be in so many places. So if you are looking to reach the most number of people, you should focus on this list. Otherwise, another way to look at it, if you have a particular niche that you want to serve, and there is a particular social network out there that caters to that particular niche, maybe the brand should focus on those sites instead of worrying about what percentage of the population uses which social network the most. Or alternatively, if you can't find it there for your community, it might be a good idea to create your own community for your target market. And I think if you think about it, that would be, in my view, a great advantage. Among all the data that came out, Pinterest came out to be the rock star for the past year, and it has experienced exponential growth since bursting on the scene last year. And that growth seems to have leveled off a little bit in the past few months, but still Pinterest had the largest year-over-year increase in audience and time spent of any social network across PC, mobile, web, and apps. And majority of Pinterest users are white females that are between ages of 25 to 50. So people that target those demographics, they might want to keep that in mind. Next question was how, where, and why we connect in social networking sites, and I think that's a very important question. People asked, how is it that you connect to social networks and still people mostly use PC, but the upsurge in usage that it's been seen that I just talked about is via mobile devices and apps. Where it was asked where people use the social networks, and 1/3 of 18 to 24-year-olds use social media in the bathroom, and more than 50% of 25 to 34-year-olds use it at work. The people were asked, why is it that you use social networks, and majority of them either male or female cite connection with someone they know directly or through a mutual friend as motivation to connect on social networks. So what are the takeaways from that? These are my takeaways. And since the usage of basically internet is through mobile devices has increased, we really need to take an important look at our websites and make sure that they are mobile friendly, they're mobile compatible. That's very important. I still see many websites that do not resize to a mobile device, which makes it really difficult to read the website, and it basically it hurts your competitivity. We also seriously need to take a look at developing a mobile app for your business, and I'm not talking about mobile version of your website. I mean a mobile app that caters to the needs of your audience, that adds value to them and at the same time helps you connect with your audience. Another point is that if you have a younger cousin that has a mobile phone, make sure you wipe it sanitize it before you use it, because it seems like they use it in the bathroom. And then one important thing that I want to point out is that there's a lot of people that are planning a funeral for Facebook ever since G Plus opened up, or G Plus communities started, and I encourage people not to do that. Most people, their motivation for using social networks to connect, make personal connections. The percentage of people that are business owners that use these networks, for example, Facebook, for connecting with their consumers are not, majority of them are not internet marketers like us. So don't judge what your direction based on what's going on around you or what's going to happen to one's social network. Most people spend a lot of time on Facebook. Facebook actually has the highest number of users. And people there go there to connect with their friends and make personal connections. So don't plan Facebook's funeral just yet. The people were asked their general feeling after participating in social networking sites, and 76% had a positive tone. 24% were neutral, and only 21% of people who surveyed showed a negative response. They weren't, for some reason, weren't pleased with using social networks. Another important trend is social TV. Social TV is now the norm, meaning that people use their mobile, their tablets, or their mobile phones to express their opinions about a show that they're seeing on TV. So we're all, seems like globally, we're watching TVs together. So 41% of tablet owners and 38% of smartphone owners use their device daily while in front of their TV screen to do the following. They chat with their friends about movies. Usually they mostly use Twitter. They use it for shopping while watching TV. They look up information related to a TV program. They look up coupons or deals that are related to TV commercials. And they also look up product information related to a TV ad. What are takeaways? Twitter can be a great resource or for a great source of data for people that produce TV shows, because they can basically gauge their customers, their viewers' sentiment that way directly and live. And it also could be, I would argue, a great resource, a source of data for brands, because they can get to know a little bit their customers based on the kind of TV programs that they are watching and their preferences, and they can get into their minds. So I think that's a great, great resource. Social care, by social care, basically they mean social media as customer service, and it is becoming, increasing the norm. 47% of social media users engage in social care. Basically, the frequency is 90% of them use it daily, 21% use it weekly, and 70% use it monthly for accessing customer service. 1 in 3 social media users prefer social care as opposed to a phone call. So it's important that for any brand to realize that people like to connect with you via social networks. Where do customers go for social care? 29% of them go to a Facebook company page, 28% use someone's personal profile, 15% go to the official company blog, 14% they use a personal Twitter handle to get in touch with someone who works at a particular company. 13% they use the Twitter company handle. 12% use the YouTube company channel. 11% use YouTube users' personal channel, and 11% use non-company blogs. Okay, so what are some takeaways from this? Again, going back to Facebook and how some people are just packing their bags and leaving Facebook. It's important to know that people expect, based on those statistics, people expect you to have a Facebook page so they can come and ask you questions, ask you customer service questions. So don't plan a funeral for Facebook just yet. I feel that it's important that brands have a presence there. People also expect you to have a company blog. So keep on blogging, and also people expect you to have a Twitter page because people prefer to engage in brands through Facebook, Twitter, and company blogs preferably. It's important that we have those channels so people brands can talk to them. And one thing that was glaringly missing from this equation was, excuse me for a second, was LinkedIn. LinkedIn company profile, interestingly, is not used to contact people, and I think that's maybe a missed opportunity because people on LinkedIn company pages actually list the people that are working in the company, and basically you can find somebody that is specifically working in a particular department that you're interested in. So I don't know, maybe the usage increases. Advertising on social media. Brands and advertisers looking to share their message on social might consider that while a third of people find ads on social networks to be annoying, more than a quarter of them are more likely to pay attention to an ad posted by a friend. So ads actually sometimes may be annoying people, but actually it could be effective if it's made relevant. And the most, in terms of percentage, the reaction that people show to ads is a social like. So most of the reaction to an ad is a like. And if you are designing an ad, you want to keep that in mind. Always make sure that you put a like button somewhere in the ad, or make it possible for people to like something so you can get some traction. And in terms of demographics, white consumers are the least likely to purchase ads, respond to ads, and Asian consumers are the most likely to respond to ads. So you want to keep that in mind for your demographics. Okay. So frequency of social activities as a measure of the consumer decision journey, and we all know that as a result of social media, the consumer decision journey has changed. People don't shop the same way anymore, and people use social media channels to do a number of things. 7% of them want to use social medias. They want to learn about other people's experiences about a particular product or brand. So if you make your customers happy and make them talk about your brand on social networks, I think that would be a huge winner. The trend is that people more and more log onto Facebook, or they look at what their friends are saying about a particular brand to decide whether they're going to shop. 65% people want to learn more about brands. So again, it's important that you have a presence there so people can learn about you and also see how people react with you. 50% of consumers actually go out of their way to compliment a brand, which is extremely important. And 50% of people use social networks to express concerns and complaints. So it is important that businesses have a presence on social media so they can respond to brands. So if you don't have a presence in social media and your competitors do, and if people come there, let's say on Facebook or Twitter, and complain, guess who's going to answer that complaint? So it should be you and not your competitor. And 47% of people share money incentives with their friends. So offers that Facebook is giving away, or coupons that you're going to share, they're going to be, you can be sure that about 50% of the internet users are going to spread them. So basically, consumer decisions and behaviors are increasingly driven by opinions, tastes, and preferences of an exponentially larger global pool of friends, peers, and influencers. So as a brand, you have to be there and interact with people. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Mary Meeker's report. There is a lot that is in that report. I'm not going to go through all of them. There are some few major takeaways that I thought was important for this presentation that I'm going to share. And like I said, I'm not going to cover all of that. If you'd like, I have put a link to the event page to that report. I encourage you to go through it and look at it. It's pretty incredible, and it could also be a great educational tool for your customers, clients. If you're teaching social media, it's a great tool. So make sure you get it and download it. Anyway, so the report showed that 2.4 billion global internet users right now are in the world in 2012. There are 1.2 billion smartphone subscribers, which is a 42% year-over-year growth, but only 17% of them are mobile subscribers, and that is going to rise. 29% of USA adults own tablets and e-readers, and again, that number is going to rise. So again, signs of mobile becoming more a part of our life. And then global mobile traffic growing rapidly to 13% of internet traffic. So this is incredible. 13% of internet traffic is coming from mobile phones. And imagine when more people acquire smartphones, that's only going to increase. So it's important to have that mobile strategy. And mobile monetization is growing really rapidly, and it seems to come from 60% from applications and 33% from ads. So mobile is the word. Percent of mobile and internet users they're on the rise, but this resource is hugely underutilized and projected to grow. So there is projected to be a $20 billion opportunity in US for ads that are placed on the internet and also on mobile websites and such. So with that, I'm going to close the presentation. That's basically was my takeaways, and I'm wondering if other people have anything to say. Let me unmute you. Oops, okay, wait a second. Okay, you said something in the chat. Let's see. Where can I find these facts online? Andrea wants to know where she can find the facts online. I posted a link. If you go to the event, if you register, did you reply RSVP to the event, Andrea? I can't see your screen, but if you did, if you go to the event page, I have put the link to both of these. Okay, so she said yes. All right. And yes, so if you go to the event page where you RSVP'd, I have put a link for both of those reports there. The Nielsen report is downloadable, and then Mary Meeker's report is basically a scribed slide presentation that is online, freely available. You don't have to. Okay, good. Did you have anything to say? Anybody has anything to say? Andrea, did you want to add anything to the discussion? No? Okay, Marcia, did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I have read recently an article on a Romanian newspaper regarding Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And they are saying, did you know that Facebook is not anymore free? Mm-hmm. And they are saying that 80% of our friends, they cannot see our posts.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's not free, and I think it would be foolish to think that it would have to be free forever. Yes, you would have to spend dollars on ads, but I think if you channel it properly, if you design it properly, you will get some value from it. The thing is, based on this, as this report indicates, we really have to have a presence there. The major motivation for people to go to social networks is to make connections with people that they know, and the largest number of people are on Facebook. So I'm not that pessimistic about Facebook, although it is frustrating for us internet marketers to use it. Reach and age rank is frustrating us, but there are people that right now very effective using Facebook, and actually in year 2013 I'm going to host a panel of a number of Facebook users that are pretty effective in terms of making a connection with people, and I'm hoping that we can share some strategies, some tips with you. But I wouldn't, as a brand, I would not pack my bags and leave Facebook. It is not a good idea. You just have to learn the best strategies, how to use it, and if you have to allow some money in your budget for ads. I don't think we can always expect to use Facebook as freely to connect with all those people. So, anything else? No?
I have seen on your presentation that you were saying that to not, regarding the funeral, to not post the funeral on your Facebook. Is something like that happening over there already, or?
No. I'm saying no, because in the past few days since the community feature arrived, I'm seeing a lot of people saying, yeah, this is the nail to it's a nail to the Facebook's coffin. This is what people were looking for. This was the only thing. Communities were the only thing that were missing, and I don't agree with that argument. And Andrea Beltran is telling us she feels that ads are effective. Do you use, Andrea? Do you use regularly? Do you have a regular presence? She says yes, she uses ads, and she uses it for her clients, and she feels that Facebook ads are effective. And she says they always seem to work. And I agree with that. I think you have to be smart, be careful with the way you administer your ads. They always seem to work, and they are affordable if you know how to manage them. Exactly. I think it all has to do with how you post your ads. When reach went down, one of the things that I suggested was that we need to, in addition to being focused on good engagement on Facebook, we also have to work on creating better ad copy. Do you agree, Andrea? I think developing better ads is becoming very crucial when reach has become so low. And ads, I have clicked on many ads on Facebook, and I think they work. So Andrea is typing for us. She says, yes, I agree. So
what about LinkedIn? I found you also. I'm using also LinkedIn.
LinkedIn,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see that some companies also, they are trying to make to give information about their company, or some engineers also. Also on my turn, I wrote my work experience over there, so
yeah,
I have
think,
seen that.
Yeah, LinkedIn is a fantastic network if you want to put the work into it. It's a great way for business-to-business connections, and also for finding jobs. A lot of recruiters are mainly actually using LinkedIn to recruit people. So if you are looking for a job, you have to, it would be unwise for you not to have a good LinkedIn profile. And there's also groups there that are pretty vibrant. I really like LinkedIn, and also LinkedIn has become a source of great information. Their LinkedIn Daily, LinkedIn Today articles are top-notch. So if you are looking for a solution for curating great articles in your own industry, LinkedIn is fantastic. So, and I just can't say enough about it, except I'm not so crazy about these recent changes, but we're not in control of that. Okay, Andrea, did you want to say anything else? No, she's quietly watching. No,
Hi,
Michelle?
can you hear me?
Michelle?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to mute the phone because I work from home and the lawnmower landscapers are outside.
Oh. So is that Michelle now?
No, this is Andrea.
Andrea, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You know, just to add on to the LinkedIn, you know, I think it's important to be on there. I haven't really fully maximized it for my clients. You know, I have them set up. I have them, you know, on some groups, but I'm not active on there. Do you have any suggestions for that? Because, you know, I feel like I have them set up pretty good on Facebook and on Twitter, and I like to join these chats because sometimes I pick up a lot of neat little advices here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like some advice for LinkedIn on any of my clients and how to really like fully maximize it to where I get followers for them. And
I think with LinkedIn, a lot of it comes to one-on-one connections, and groups is the best place, I think, to go connect with people. And the LinkedIn has a really nice search engine. So if you look at their demographics, their client base, and search for groups that serve that client base. And basically, you have to go into those groups and participate in the discussions. And then once people get to know you, you can send them invites. Even when you go in there, even if you're a part of a group, you can send them invites. If they are, because when you send invites on LinkedIn, you have to mention how you know the person. So I would encourage you to use the groups is the best way. And then another thing is that the LinkedIn today, where they offer, when they provide updates, there is a section of that place where it's the articles that are hot on LinkedIn. They're the ones that get the most number of comments and things like that. So if you customize your LinkedIn today to your particular customer, for each customer, and then look to see who it is that is commenting on those articles the most. And that way, that would be another way of connecting with people. It's time consuming, but it's worth it.
Got it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes, Marcia, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Just send me an invite.
Okay, thank you. Those things are available for the basic LinkedIn or the one which you have to upgrade when you are paying?
No, I don't have an upgrade account. So everything that I said is for basic LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah. If you wanted to send emails, they call it in-mails, to people you're not connected with, then you'd have to upgrade.
Because I have seen a couple of times that for a few things, they require upgrades. So that's why I was asking you if it's just the basic or...
Yeah. No, the things that I just talked about, they don't require upgrade.
Okay, thank you also.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you found this presentation useful. If you don't have any more questions, I'm going to announce something before I go. Next week, we're going to have our Christmas special. And we are going to discuss something that I feel every business owner and brand should have, and that is having a way of making yourself, your brand, be unique. It was a time before social media when only people that could pay for advertisers, TV advertisers or newspapers, and limited number of brands with a budget could get their voices heard. But now everybody is a publisher, and the downside, it's great, we can all be publisher and get our voices heard, but the downside of that is that our messages keeps getting diluted and diluted. And I think the key to becoming competitive in this social media landscape is to be unique. So how do you make yourself unique? How do you stand out? And I'm going to have a panel of speakers next week that will be joining us for our Christmas special, and they're going to be sharing tips because each of them have been able to set themselves apart by others. So I'm excited about that. If you don't have, do you have any questions, Marcia?
Mircea.
No?
Mircea, yes, I have one. Is your local time right now an hour when most of people are busy, or I'm asking this because I know that last time there were much more in this hangout, and now it seems that we are just
we got for this particular hangout we got close to 100 RSVPs, but only 3 of you showed up. I don't know, things happen for people. There was an unfortunate incident in Connecticut today that might have shifted people's attention. But the recording is available, and I'm going to make it available to people who RSVP'd on the event page. So that's okay. Even if people don't show up, they always have access to the recording.
Yeah, I know, but I was thinking that maybe your local time, it's an hour when most of them, they are busy. So that's why not all of them, they succeed to get in your hangout.
That's okay.
For me, it's late over here, but...
Yeah, well, since I always make the recording available, that's not a real issue for me. And this time of day, this time of week, I feel is a time where it's less competitive. A lot of the hangouts that you see are either in the evening or during the day, and they're during the week. And I feel that hosting it at this time, it's only more fits my own schedule, and also it's a place where I don't have to compete with other hangouts. So, and like I said, the recording is available, and my main goal with these hangouts is to educate people. And and there was another question I wanted to ask you. Maybe Andrea, you can chime in as well. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. One thing, when the communities came out, one of the suggestions was that hangouts that happen regularly, like this one, which is weekly, there should be a community created for them so people can move the discussion over there. And I really don't want to, I know people have been overwhelmed by group invitations, and I don't want to start yet another group where people don't want to join. Do you think something like that would be helpful to you, to go there, to go to the group after the hangout and ask questions and have further discussion?
Yeah, absolutely.
You find that useful?
Well, it would be a good way for people to be able to network and just ask questions also. And you know, I'm part of a group on Facebook also, and that group, I mean, it's kind of like a paid-for membership, but that group has been real helpful for me personally, just because, you know, we get to share questions, and they have it very monitored. But yeah, stuff like that, I've been kind of looking for that, and you know, the way I'm new to all this too. I haven't really, I think this is the third, I've never actually joined a live group chat, but this is like the third one that I've seen. So yeah, I'm actually looking for that.
Oh, okay.
You know, because I think that's, Google has a really that's a great feature. I don't think enough people know about it. But yeah, that's something I would be open to. And
okay. How about you, Marcia?
Yeah, I have seen that. I think since 1 week or 2, Google opened a new service called Community.
Would you find that useful? Do you find having a group specifically for this hangout useful?
Yes.
So you could come and ask questions and talk to our speakers and things like that?
Yes, I joined 2 groups, and I'm looking for other information.
Okay.
And I think it's, from my point of view, I'm also at the beginning regarding this community on Google Plus. But I have seen, as Andrea is saying over there, that people are sharing lots of interesting things. I have seen communities regarding language, regarding Linux, so
Yeah, there's lots of them.
Lots of them, and they start to appear new, maybe day by day passing.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, then I'll maybe I'll start one in a matter of few days, and I'll send an invite. All of you are on my Hangouts circle, so I'll invite people on my Hangout circle, and maybe we can have discussions there. Sometimes people can give me ideas about what they want to hear about. Some people might want to come and speak if they have a special talent. So
You know, Sherry, what I would really like to see, which is kind of what I'm still looking for here, is, you know, somewhere where we can maybe just help each other with I guess this goes for small businesses and any kind of social media management.
Solopreneurs.
Yeah, I would like to sit there and brainstorm and just say, hey, maybe something like today's topic is, you know, a hair salon. And this is somebody's issue. What do you guys think? And just kind of throw a couple of ideas out, and just, you know, so everybody can have kind of, it's like a brainstorming session. But I think it would help a lot of people open their eyes to certain things.
Okay.
I'm kind of looking for something like that. I don't know if.
Sure. I actually like that because it's good to have people to brainstorm it with. If I started, would you be willing to co-moderate it?
Yes, definitely. No, definitely. I'm, you know, I have a background in promotions and marketing from radio.
You do?
Yeah. And I have a lot of ideas, but I also want ideas from other people. Sometimes I feel like I get stuck, and right now I'm a one girl show here, but I've got a lot of clients that I'm still building up. So my business is growing.
Okay, good.
Which is great, but sometimes I feel like I need
you need moral support.
I need a little interaction with people, and just to ask them, people who are interested in you know, helping me, you know, and I'm definitely willing to give the help right back. So yes, I'll be willing to help you out with that.
Sure. Okay. I wrote your name down, and we'll be in touch, and we can moderate it together.
Okay.
That would be fun.
Maybe your last hangout, Sherry, from last week, it will be also useful for Andrea.
Which one? What did we discuss? I forget.
About business, if you have a plan or a strategy or something like that.
Did you join or see the video for our hangout for last week?
I did not. I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, I had, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can find all of them. See, another advantage of having that group is that I can put all of the videos there, so people don't have to look all over the place for it.
Right.
We had a business coach, the business and life coach, who came and gave information and advice about how to succeed, and I found it really valuable. We had a little bit of problem with bandwidth, so he kept being broken up, but he got his message across, and I think they were good messages. So you might want to go to my YouTube channel and check it out, or you can screen through the events that I put on, and if you find the event for last week, you should be able to
last Friday.
Or go through my profile. Yeah, you'd have to go through my profile. I don't post here very much, so my main activity on Google Plus is through these Hangouts. So you should be able to find it. Pardon me?
And also your YouTube channel, as you were saying.
Yeah, all the videos are on the YouTube channel. And yeah, Kenneth had a lot of great advice to share. So.
Okay, and I'll find that on, where's the link to your YouTube channel? Where can
let me see if I can grab it here. I can post it on the chat window, just a second.
Okay.
And
I'm looking for it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And once Andrea will subscribe to your YouTube channel, she will get your updates or all your recordings.
So if you subscribe to my channel, you can, where is it?
I am saying this because I subscribe to your channels and also other channels. It's quite useful because
You
we
like
can
it?
see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so here it is. Somebody's sending me a message. Nice to be, no. Yes, somebody is trying to. Okay, so let me paste it onto the chat box. Oh, hello. It's called, for if people are interested, it's basically the channel is https dot like the general https colon double slash www.youtube.com/user/social media hangouts.
Okay, got the link. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it? Okay. Okay, so hopefully we'll see you next week. We're going to have a great panel. They are fantastic people, and they're very generous with giving information. So I'm hoping that I'll see everybody, and then I'll go ahead and start that group for this hangout, and also I'll talk to you with you, Andrea, with respect to the brainstorming group.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye.